Higgins for three. You betcha.
The pass to Miller outside three. Good. Big block by Olsen.
Fryer in the paint. Now to Holzer. Left corner three. Bang! Bang! Oh!
Ulster Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
As we wrap up a long week, we see a cross-the-border matchup between the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros and the Climax Fisher Knights. Hillsboro Central Valley coming off of what I could consider a very strong loss, which is weird to say, against Hatton Northwood on Tuesday night, which saw them as a team grow a lot. A lot of positives that night despite the loss. Climax Fisher, on the other hand, having a week or two of nothing but postponements, pushbacks. They really have not been able to meet together to play. They were able to have two practices on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, their Wednesday practice got postponed due to inclement weather, so it was really not in their favor for this week, as they are also coming off of a loss last night out. We'll get more into that here on the Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will hear from both coaches and take a look at some of look at some of the keys for the game here on the Irie Insurance pregame show here on yourliveevent.com.
At the Climax Shelley School District, they are preparing students today for success in a challenging tomorrow. The teachers and staff at Climax Shelley aim to inspire today's students into tomorrow's leaders. Opportunities for students include academics, athletics, fine arts, and extracurricular activities. There is one for you to join today. For the latest information on the Climax Shelley School, visit their website at isd592.org or like their Facebook page. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Climax Shelley School District.
You finally found the perfect car in Racing Blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going, more.
Winter is a planning season for farmers, a time when your mind is on your fields. But the shorter days doesn't mean there's less work to be done. At Sis van der Haaf, we know that lower temps won't cool your passion for production. We're continually striving to develop sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Sis van der Haaf, a passion that grows.
Halstead Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Halstead Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Back here at Central Valley, welcome to our broadcast here on yourliveevent.com. I am Jerry Peralta along with Keith Meyer here at Central Valley High School as Hillsboro Central Valley hosts the Climax Fisher Knights as in this across-the-border matchup. Excuse me. The Burros looking to rebound off of, again, what I would mention was a strong loss against Hatton Northwood. They've had a couple days of practice, reworked some things on offense, and it's definitely going to be something to watch for them here on varsity tonight. Climax Fisher, on the other hand, not so lucky last time out. They would lose last night to Norman County East Ulen Hitterdal. But it was their first game after a couple weeks of postponements and dealing with illnesses, and it was not in their favor. They only had Monday and Tuesday to practice. So we had a chance to talk with head coach Adriana Rooney and see how well her team has prepared for this matchup here at Central Valley. Coming up soon. Here, let's listen to head coach Adriana Rooney.
Here on the Irie Insurance Pregame Show, along with me now is head coach of the Climax Fisher Knights, head coach Adriana Rooney. And coach, get things going. How are you doing tonight?
Doing decently well.
And game number 2 after a week or two of postponements. Games getting pushed back due to weather or whatnot. I mean, how does it feel to be with the girls back out on the floor?
I mean, you never want to have to cancel or postpone games, but it happens, and not being able to be with the girls for a week, that kind of sucked. I definitely enjoy having practices, and we definitely need practices too. It's not like we just like to go into games unprepared.
Yeah, and you mentioned liking to have the practices. As we've talked before, and you only had 2 practices this week, on Monday, Tuesday really, and then Wednesday that got canceled due to weather. In those 2 practices, what was really worked on there, to try and get the rust off the girls?
Lots of passing, lots of looking up the court, just flat out seeing the court. Sometimes I feel like we have a hard time with that. We like to dribble with our head down and sometimes get tunnel vision, but we worked on it. Hopefully it shows tonight.
And you had a game last night, didn't go your way. What were some of the bright spots you saw despite being away from the floor for a bit there?
You kind of caught me off guard on that one. I don't know. I mean, the younger girls definitely step up. We're down a couple girls now, and I mean, not that our team's very old, but the younger and experienced girls can definitely step up, and now they kind of have a place on this team, and it's well deserved and well earned. So.
And coming into tonight, what are you going to look for your girls to do on the floor to be able to come away with a victory here?
Lots of teamwork. I think seeing the whole court's going to be a big thing. If we can find the open girl and swing the ball, get the defense off their toes, on their heels, I think that's going to be kind of what it takes. So we'll see.
Coach, any more keys or final thoughts before tonight's matchup?
Nope.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Coming back together as a team is definitely going to be key for the Climax Fisher Knights here. As Coach mentioned, this is a young squad for the Knights. They only have 3 seniors on the team at the moment, everybody else is either sophomore, freshman, or younger than that. So a lot of growth for this team coming up in the near future. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Haley Lout and see what the Burros are going to have to do in order to come away with the victory themselves here tonight on yourliveevent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source. From sunup to sundown, they're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools. In the months of preparation for spring planting, all through the growing season and into the long days of harvest, the team at Climax is here to help farmers around the Red River Valley with a complete array of services and products. From seed sales to custom aerial and ground application, crop protection products, and more, Climax will help reach every producer's goal, peak profitability. Contact Climax in Fisher, Minnesota today at 218-891-2211 or online at agrimaxllc.com.
Here on the Ira Insurance Pregame Show, along with me now is head coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, head coach Haley Lau. Coach, to get things going, how are you doing tonight?
Good. We're excited. We had a good practice last night, and we're excited to go out tonight and play hard.
Yeah, definitely. And you had a couple days off, so now you have some rest on you. And coming in from Tuesday night, which what I've been considering is a strong loss. Your team really showed a lot of improvement. What was the focus in those practices?
Yeah, what we did those last few practices after that night, we're kind of looking at an offense that can get us to score a little more because that's where we're struggling. So we put in a new offense. The girls are excited to do it, and we'll see how it goes.
And coming into tonight, you have those days off. I mean, what did those days off you feel do for your team as a whole? Did it really give you a chance to rest up, get more practices in to kind of get ready for tonight?
Yeah, I thought the girls were really focused about wanting to put this new offense in. That was a big kind of concern of ours. So the girls did really well with that, and then just getting shots up. So we focused on that, kind of getting the girls were a little sore from that night, so a little rest. But the girls stayed focused all week long, and they worked hard, and so I'm excited to see them use that into the game tonight.
And we're going to be seeing a new offense, as you're saying, and we've been seeing the development of a new defense. In your mind as a coach, how has that defense really been coming along throughout the change when you made it?
Yeah, I think the girls have just been really confident with it, and it's been working for them. And the biggest thing they struggled with was how do we box out in a zone, and so we worked with that a little too. And unfortunately that's the weakness of a zone. So you just gotta find that closest girl to us. But the girls have gone with it, and they do really well with it, and they like it. And now we just got to keep talking on it, and I think it does good things for us.
And going to harken back to Tuesday night here, you played a strong first half against Hatton Northwood, kind of slowed down in that second half. What's going to be key for not letting that be the case here tonight against Climax Fisher?
Yeah, the energy just needs to stay there. The girls need to have it on the bench. They need to have it in the game. The talking needs to start right away. So we've just got to play hard and just keep doing those little fundamentals even when we're tired, because sometimes when we're tired we kind of forget about them. So that's going to be huge tonight, just playing through that tiredness. And if you need a sub, let me know so that we can get some fresh legs out there too. So,
Coach, any more keys or final thoughts before tonight's matchup?
No, the girls are ready, and I'm excited to see what they'll do tonight.
Thank you, Coach. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
Implementing a new offense, using these couple days as a break. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros turn things around tonight here against Climax Fisher. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at both these teams and see how they match up in tonight's matchup, and look at some keys for them down the road or in the game here on the Ira Insurance Pregame Show here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Hi. This is Tatum Limke with a message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts. Drug and alcohol abuse impact many communities. Remember that strong family values, including open communication between parents and kids, helps keep all kids healthy and drug-free. Both school districts remind parents to support the various programs and activities that your kids are involved in and be a positive influence. I encourage all students to say no to drugs and alcohol and be involved in their school and community. This message from the Hillsboro and Central Valley School Districts.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart. East of 8 to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877. The story is told that the lumber yard in Hillsboro has been continuously operating on this same location since 1881. That means that although it has changed its name, appearance, and ownership a few times, we've been in business for 140 years. Proudly part of the Hillsboro community as one of the original businesses founded on serving our neighbors. And wouldn't you know, that business model still works after all this time. With a focus on customer service, Hillsboro Lumber welcomes you.
Today's sponsorship is provided in part by Anderson Cutting Horses, Roger and Connie Anderson. They wish all boroughs the best in academics, athletics, and extracurricular activities this school year. Roger and Connie Anderson of Anderson Cutting Horses are proud to have the students of Hillsboro and Central Valley represent our communities. Good luck, boroughs, in all that you do. From Roger and Connie Anderson, Anderson Cutting Horses.
Back here at Central Valley, as we get closer and closer to tip-off, we'll go ahead and take a moment to take a look at both these teams as a whole. As we come into tonight, Climax Fisher from Minnesota, coming in at 3-12 overall, 2-7 within their section within the MSHSL. The Knights are coming off of a tough loss yesterday to Norman County East Ulen Hitterdall Titans. But as I have mentioned throughout, this is their first game back, or their second game back in a while after some postponements and delays and some illnesses. And the Knights are also down some players for their team, which could affect them in the long run tonight. They are a very small team here, so gonna need to look for everybody to step up big for them. Look at some keys for the Knights. They need to get some offense going early, find a way to get their defense moving, slow down whatever this new Hillsboro Central Valley offense is going to consist of, and just be able to make shots when they matter most. Hillsboro Central Valley, on the other hand, coming into tonight at 1-14 overall, 1-10 in their region for North Dakota State or North Dakota High School Athletics Association. The Burros coming off of a tough loss, or in what we could consider a strong loss, against Hatton Northwood last time out, as they managed to keep the game close all throughout the first half, but in the second they had trouble making stops on defense and putting up points. And as Coach mentioned, her team is just going to have to find a way to play 4 strong quarters and keep the energy going throughout, as we will also bring in Keith Meyer here after the break. But that will do it for our Irie Insurance pregame show. For all your insurance needs, visit Irie Insurance online at irieins.com. We'll take another break. When we come back, we will have your American Crystal Sugar starting lineups, then tip-off here at Central Valley on yourliveevent.com.
Big Tex Trailers already offers you industry-leading features like mega ramps, HD suspension, and the all-new hydraulic dovetail. Every time you hook on, know that your Big Tex is up for the job. See Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro to find out what owning a Big Tex can do for you. Shop the full line of Big Tex products, from ATV trailers to goosenecks to dump trailers and more. Visit your Big Tex dealer, Bloomfield Enterprises, Hillsboro. Contact him at 701-430-0877.
For all your flooring needs, look no further than Carlson Customs Incorporated. From tile, Cortex, and laminate flooring, waterproof floors, shower tiles, and carpet, you are sure to find what you need to update or create the perfect feel in your home or business. Locally owned and operated, Carlson Customs Incorporated. Call Todd at 218-531-0176.
When you're in the market for a new vehicle, check out ChristianCarsOnline.com. ChristianCarsOnline.com. Chevy, GMC, Dodge, Jeep, and Ford. They have cars, trucks, SUVs, crossovers, and so much more. ChristianCarsOnline.com. Vehicles from Christian Brothers Ford, Christian Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Finley Motors, and Christian Motors of Fertile. A new vehicle is what you're looking for. Visit ChristianCarsOnline.com.
As your community-owned utility, we always power through challenges. And in the face of any challenge, the City of Hillsboro remains unwavering in our commitment to you. We power both your life and work, whether that means hot cocoa with the family in the morning or a hot deadline at work that leaves the lights on a little longer at night. We're here with safe, reliable, clean energy. The City of Hillsboro, empowering our community.
Log on to stay up to date on all of the weekly activities at the Climax Shelley School. The website for the Climax Shelley School District provides you with up-to-date bulletins, lunch menus, sports schedules, bus route information, practice schedules, iPad apps, and upcoming events. Order some night apparel and support your teams. Go Knights and Thunder. The Climax Shelley School District thanks you for your support, and they look forward to having you attend their local events throughout the school year. Log on to isd592.org.
Back here at Central Valley, as we are just moments away from tip-off, we will go ahead and get started with our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups. Learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, online at crystalsugar.com. And to get things going, we will go ahead and get the starting lineup for the Climax Fisher Knights basketball team. Number 12, Ava Larson, the sophomore, gets the nod. Number 20, Trinity Erickson, the senior, will get the start. Number 22, Hallie Reitmeyer, the sophomore, getting the nod. Number 23, Ella Paulsrud, the sophomore, gets the start. And to round things out, number 32, Cadence Corinta, the 8th grader, will get the nod for Climax Fisher. The Knights are coached by head coach Adriana Rooney and assistant Shelby Duxted. And that is the starting 5 for the Climax Fisher Knights. To get things going for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, number 3, Tatum Limke, the senior guard, getting the start tonight. Number 11, Stella Benson, the senior forward, getting the start. Number 24, Kennedy Olson, the freshman guard/forward, getting the nod. Number 25, Haley Smeldon, the freshman guard/forward, getting the start. And to round out the 5 for Hillsboro Central Valley, number 33, Matea Ahrens, the junior forward, will get the nod. The Burros are coached by head coach Haley Lau and assistant coach Olivia Anderson. As we bring in Keith Meyer, who is running camera for us tonight. Thank you, Keith. Keith, in your eyes, how do you feel about this game? It's going to be a close one all throughout.
I think it'll be very close. Both these teams young, inexperienced. Ball handling is not their forte. So if one team or the other can establish some ball control, hang on to the ball and limit their turnovers, that's the one that's going to come out on top.
Trinity Erickson and Stella Benson meet at half court for the tip-off as Kennedy Olson with the ball for the Burros. Quick dump off to Haley Smeldon, and that shot by Smeldon will be no good to get things going. And the Knights with the ball now. Ava Larson with the inbound pass to Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer now crossing half court, met with pressure from Limke. She'll hand that one off to Ava Larson as a lane, pulls up from the free throw line, and she'll make her first shot. Offense getting going early. Ella Paulsrud with the trying to poke that one away. Hallie Reitmeyer with the steal now. Backing down in the paint, trying to dump that one away to Ella Paulsrud, but stolen by Tatum Limke herself. So 2 quick steals in succession, and that a little bit of that inexperience coming up here as just an errant pass, trying to get rid of it quickly. Hallie Reitmeyer, but Burros get the ball back, and Stella Benson with it now as that's almost poked away. Ella Paulsrud poking that one away yet again. 2 quick passes poked the other direction as the Knights, with this almost full court press, really doing a number on the Burros in transition here. As Kennedy Olson trying to get that one across, met by Ella Paulsrud. Poked away. Ava Larson pokes that one away. Cadence Corinta comes up with it. Ava Larson comes with the steal there. Hallie Reitmeyer with it on the far side of the arc. Trinity Erickson backing down in the paint, having to get rid of it, looking for Hallie Reitmeyer. but stolen away by Kennedy Olson, and Olson's shot's no good. Haley Smeldon there on the rebound. Stella Benson gets it. They'll wave off the shot. I'll call a foul on the Knights here. Look at that one on Ella Paulsrud, the second team foul here of the night for the Knights. Tatum Limke with the inbound pass, dumps down to Stella Benson, wide open on the near side. Kennedy Olson losing it for a bit. Ava Larson applying the pressure, and just an errant pass goes through the hands of Stella Benson. Turnover on the Burros. Knights get the ball back.
Burros need to just calm down and breathe, relax, make the simple passes.
Ava Larson now backing down, hands this off to Hallie Reitmeyer, who is going up at the top of the arc. Trinity Erickson using the backboard as she backs down and will get the bucket. Hallie Reitmeyer getting it, interfering with the pass. Ava Larson with the steal. Larson quickly dumps that to Hallie Reitmeyer, and Reitmeyer's mid-range shot is no good. Fighting for the rebound, Stella Benson trying to get away from the coverage there. She'll dump that off to Kennedy Olson. Stolen away by Trinity Erickson. Ava Larson now crossing half court. Hallie Reitmeyer with it, finds Ella Paulsrud, who pulls up for a long two-pointer, in and out of the rim, no good. Last touch by Kennedy Olson, so it'll stay in favor of the Knights. And we will have our first timeout of the game. We'll take a timeout here as well. Here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard, the Climax Fisher Knights leading the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 4-0.
The American farmer has been adapting to challenges in the field for generations. Columbia Grain and Agronomy is here to help on every acre with the highest quality products and expert local service. Contact the agronomy centers in Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273. Columbia Grain and Agronomy, committed to cultivating growth through a diverse mix of products and expert knowledge. Contact them today and make the most of every acre. Call Climax at 218-857-2165 or our villa at 701-343-6273.
Back here at Central Valley coming out of the timeout. Hillsboro currently with the ball here as Haley Lout needed the timeout to talk with her team, trying to get them to settle down. Starters still out on the floor for both teams as Kennedy Olson passes up to Haley Smeldon. Tatum Limke now coming down on the near side, dumps it off to Stella Benson. Refs are convening here. They stop the ball play here. Gonna having a chat with Haley Lout. I don't know, maybe some confusion here.
I think they're gonna say that before that timeout, it was Climax Fisher possession.
So there was just a mix-up on whose ball it was. Ella Paulsrud with the ball. Trying to get that one off to Hallie Reitmeyer. Haley Smeldon getting in the way of it. She comes up with the steal. Trying to dump down to Kennedy Olson, and Olson can't keep this in bound as the Knights get the ball back. 5:10 left to go here in the first quarter. Hallie Reitmeyer crossing half court. Hands this off to Ava Larson, who starts backing down. Dump off to Ella Paulsrud, who shoots from the free throw line, no good. Rebound by Trinity Erickson, once again no good. Hallie Reitmeyer on the rebound. Ava Larson for a long two, can't get it. Reitmeyer this time will get the rebound again, and her shot's no good, but she'll draw the foul.
Burrows forgetting to box out onto the rim. Knights are being aggressive. They're crashing the boards.
And Hallie Reitmeyer will make her first free throw attempt. As we get a couple substitutions coming into the game for the Knights. Claire Erickson along with Tegan Johnson. And Reitmeyer will make her second one. 6-point lead for the Knights. Now heading the other direction with it is the Burros. Olsen dumps down to Limke, who will find Smeldon on the near side. Limke going back off to Olsen, and Smeldon pulls up for a long two. She won't make it as Reitmeyer's there on the rebound. Only a couple shots so far for the Burros, but nothing seems to be landing as Claire Erickson gets the pass, and she'll draw the foul. So stays in favor of the Knights. The Knights, small program, down a couple players as Trinity Erickson gets the pass, and she goes up, makes a nice little move to her left for the easy layup. Tatum Limke now crossing half court, dumps off to Kennedy Olsen. Back inside to Olsen, who goes up, no good, well over. And Ava Larson comes up with the rebound there, poking that out of the hands of Tatum Limke. Ava Larson with it now, going inside to Trinity Erickson. She'll lose control. Haley Smeldon gets the ball back for the Burros, now heading the other direction with it as Hallie Reitmeyer and Kennedy Olsen fighting for the ball as it'll roll out of bounds. Last touched by the Knights, so stays in favor of the Burros. I think we're gonna get a substitution for the Knights. Hallie Reitmeyer having to go to the bench. So we'll see Cadence Corinta come back into the game for the Knights. Tatum Limke dumps this one down to Kennedy Olsen. Trying to go inside to Desiree Dovenmuller, and Dovenmuller can't make either of her shots, but she'll draw the foul and go to the free throw line.
Go back to that last inbounds. I think what happened is Reitmeyer was late in reporting, so they had to get her back out and bring Corinta back in. You have to report in before the ball is ready for play.
Oh, actually, it looks like Reitmeyer may have a cut. She's got some tissues on her.
Oh yeah.
So might just be injury-related issue here.
Yep. Good eyes.
As Dovenmuller can't make either of her free throws. So now Larson crossing half court for the Knights, finds Ella Paulsrud on the near side, or in the middle. Paulsrud makes Kennedy Olsen miss, dumps down to Corinta. Ava Larson with it now, trying to make a move to her right, but a lot of contact there by Tatum Limke. Ella Paulsrud with it now, trying to go to her left, having to get rid of it, finds Tegan Johnson, who will go off to Cadence Corinta. Ella Paulsrud wide open, trying to go to Tegan Johnson. Claire Erickson keeping it in favor of the Knights. Ava Larson pulls up for a long two, no good. As Claire Erickson's there on the rebound. A lot of contact once again. We'll get Tatum Limke for her second personal. And now we'll see Addison Sari come into the game for the Burros. She'll sub in for Limke. Ella Paulsrud going inside to Trinity Erickson, who almost loses it. Cadence Corinta pulls up, and she got bumped on the shot, so not a lot of momentum there. As that'll go out of bounds and Burros ball. And we also see Carsey Hattlestead out on the floor for the Burros at this moment. Kennedy Olsen goes down to Haley Smeldon, who loses it. Scrum for the ball now. Quick throw back, trying to come up with it. Last touch by the Knights, so that resets the half court. And Ella Paulsrud getting a little too energetic there, and she'll draw a foul. That's her third of the game. So we'll see Ava Larson come back out onto the floor. As mentioned, this is a young Climax Fisher team and a small group here. So foul trouble is not what you want to see from some of your players this early on, especially in the first. As the shot by Megan Ensign goes in, she makes the three-pointer. Jump ball situation. It'll stay or go in favor of the Burros. Kennedy Olson now going back off to Sari on the far side, and she'll get shoved just enough by Ava Larson. I'll get Larson on her first personal. 1:56 remaining here in the first quarter. 8-3, the Knights lead on the Tim Cassette seed sale scoreboard. Megan Ensign with the ball now, gets the pick from Dovin Mueller, finds Sari in the middle, and Sari's pass to Kennedy Olson goes high and wide, out of bounds. Climax Fisher ball. Allie Reitmeyer now passing off to Ava Larson for the inbound pass. Cadence Carinta going back down to Larson. Allie Reitmeyer with the shuffle pass inside to Trinity Erickson. Erickson with the beautiful spin move for a nice 2 points there, using the backboard to her advantage. Dovin Mueller passes back off to Kennedy Olson. Hattlestead with it now. The Burros now moving things around as Megan Ensign tries to pull up for another three and not even close. Ava Larson with it for the Knights as they are in transition. Trinity Erickson gets the inside pass, and her shot will just roll out off of the rim. No good. Scrum for the ball as it just rolls on the ground. Hallie Reitmeyer almost got it. So it's going to be knocked away. Carsey Hattlestead comes up with it for the Burros. Kennedy Olson inside the paint, tries to go up for a layup. She won't make that. Now heading the other direction with it is the Knights. Ava Larson going down to Claire Erickson. Reitmeyer back off to Claire Erickson. Ava Larson now inside the paint, mid-range jumper. Draws a lot of contact, but she won't make the shot, so she'll go to the line for two. And they're going to get that one on Addison Sari. Ava Larson will make her first free throw. And she'll miss her second one. Dovin Mueller now passes off to Sari, who goes to the far side to Hattlestead. Megan Ensign back down to Sari, who will find Maddie Olson for a mid-range two, no good. So now the Knights moving down the floor. Reitmeyer back off to Claire Erickson. 10 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Ava Larson pulls up for a long two. Can't make it. Cadence Carinta on the rebound, and she'll get that one. As the final seconds roll here at the end of the first quarter, the Climax Fisher Knights lead the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 13-3 here on the Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. We'll be right back here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Community Co-op provides energy solutions. Farm fuels, lubricants, propane, natural gas are all available to farms, homes, businesses from Community Co-op. They enjoy working with their customers to meet your fuel and energy solutions. Call 1-888-935-2281 for farm fuel pricing, contract programs, farm lubricants, propane pricing, and delivery for farm, home, business, and natural gas service. Community Co-op appreciates the business of all current and new customers.
Proper dental health is a lifelong effort. Brushing and flossing regularly, as well as routine visits to the dentist, will help ensure that you have a mouth full of happy and healthy teeth. This friendly reminder is courtesy of Polk County and Norman-Monoman Public Health Child and Teen Checkups Program, reminding you to have your children and teens examined by their medical and dental provider on a regular basis. For more information about child and teen checkups, contact your local public health agency or find us on social media.
Back here at Central Valley High School, coming out of the break in between quarters. Here in the second quarter, the Climax Fisher Knights with a 13-3 lead as Hallie Reitmeyer pulls up for a three-pointer, and she won't make that. And now the Burros in transition, looking down to Maddie Olson. The ball is high up in the air. Desiree Dovenmuller comes down with it, looking back. I think she was trying to get that one to Addison Sari, but Carsey Hattlestead there to recover it so it doesn't go back court. But Addison Sari is going to get called on the travel. So turnover either way for the Burros. Ava Larson with it now, crossing half court. Long pass off to Cadence Corinta on the far side. As Hallie Reitmeyer with it, looking inside to Trinity Erickson. Ava Larson fakes the three, back out to Corinta. Erickson now, she's backing out beyond the arc. Hallie Reitmeyer looks inside to Erickson, who makes one move, and she'll spin in for an easy bucket there. Another 2 points for the Knights. And just an errant pass by the Burros. Goes wide. And the Knights get the ball back. The new system for the Burros on offense. You can tell it has its kinks, so the Burros are going to have to work that out. Ava Larson thought about a three-pointer, decided against it, goes inside to Trinity Erickson, who will score and draw the foul, so she goes to the line for a potential three-point play. The Knights so far doing everything right on offense, taking things slow, finding their shots that they want. And Trinity Erickson just doing a fantastic job all around here in this first half. She'll miss her free throw. So just the 2 points. And that foul was on Desiree Dovenmuller. Maddie Olson gets the pass across court. And she goes inside, trying to use the backboard, takes a couple bounces off the rim, but no good. Ava Larson there on the rebound. Quick pass off to Hallie Reitmeyer, and Reitmeyer's shot is no good. Reitmeyer had the lane, and she hit the padding hard. And in fact, she actually drew the foul. They're going to get that one on Dovenmuller. Again, her second. As Reitmeyer will make her first free throw attempt. As she'll make her second. 19-3 lead here for Climax Fisher. As the Burros just trying to get something figured out here. Addison Sari gets the pass from Stella Benson, almost poked away by the Knights, but the Burros can keep control. Megan Ensign now waiting for somebody to get open. She'll find Benson on the near side. She'll take a step inside the arc, and her shot is just short of the rim. And that's a block by Trinity Erickson. I believe that was Desiree Dovenmuller's shot. Erickson now pulls up for a mid-range two of her own. She can't make that one. So Megan Ensign there on the rebound, heading the other direction with it for the Burros. The double team here by the Burros. Ava Larson gets the steal, finds Hallie Reitmeyer in transition, and Reitmeyer will score thanks to the assist from Larson. And we have a timeout on the floor. Head coach Haley Lau taking some time to figure this out for her team. We'll take a timeout here as well as the Knights lead the Burros 21-3 here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard.
American Crystal Sugar Company, with their 4,000-plus employees and shareholders, are deeply rooted in the communities of the Red River Valley. They're committed to the sustainability and growth of their business and to improving the lives in the places where we work and live by investing in people, our communities, and the future of American Crystal Sugar. Visit crystalsugar.com to learn more about scholarships, grants, volunteerism, donations, and more through the Community Roots American Crystal Giving Program. Growing strong community roots, American Crystal Sugar Company.
Dakota Heritage Bank, serving you with locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota, has a strong background in ag and business lending, but can also help with any auto, recreational, personal, or home loans, including home equity lines of credit. Dakota Heritage Bank is a family-owned community bank where decisions are made locally. Our friendly staff greets you with a smile, takes the time to get to know you, and can help with your banking needs. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Back here at Central Valley, coming out of the timeout, Megan Ensign gets the inbound pass as Dovenmueller trying to find Maddie Olson, almost stolen away by the Knights. Hallie Reitmeyer and Ava Larson really giving it their all. But it won't matter as that goes out of bounds, so the Burros keep possession. And we'll see Carsey Hattlestead come back out onto the floor. She checks in for Stella Benson. Maddie Olson with it now. Long pass out to Kennedy Olson. And trying to go back down to Hattlestead. Reitmeyer there to swat that one away. It seems like whatever pass the Burros try to do, the Knights are just right there to get in front of it as Megan Ensign can't make the three-pointer. Ava Larson with the pass from Reitmeyer. Claire Erickson now for three. And she won't make it. But the Knights keep control here. Trinity Erickson now with it, makes a step inside to her right, trying to float that one in. She won't make it, but gets her own rebound and draws the foul. So Trinity Erickson going to the line for two. This is Desiree Dovenmueller's third personal. And we are now into the bonus. As
the Knights continue to crash the board, and they had all 5 people under the basket on that last attempt, and they're not worried at all about the Burros fast breaking them.
And Trinity Erickson can't make either of her free throw shots. And yeah, you mentioned the Knights just crashing the board, doing all they can to get the ball back, give themselves second chance points, and as we heard from Coach Lau, as Megan Ensign's three goes wide off the rim, it's difficult to fight for rebounds or box out when you're in these zone defenses, and that is the big flaw there. But the Burros need to find a good way to give themselves second chance points as Megan Ensign with the inbound pass using the backboard to her favor. She has all 5 of the Burros points so far tonight as Tegan Johnson's shot goes wide. She won't make that one. Hallie Reitmeyer with the steal, and her layup is no good. And Reitmeyer is going to get called for the foul here. As Reitmeyer's second personal. And we'll see Cadence Carinta come in for her. Eight team fouls for the Burros versus 6 for the Knights, and have only sent the Knights have only sent the Burros to the free throw line once tonight, as the Burros were unable to capitalize on that. Maddie Olson with the ball finds Megan Ensign. Now going inside to Matea Ahrens. Ball stolen away by the Knights, heading the other direction with it. Ava Larson dumping down to Tegan Johnson, who will look off to Claire Erickson. Trinity Erickson now gets that one poked away, but she manages to sneak that one back to Tegan Johnson. As Kennedy Olson gets the steal, heading cross court, has a lane, and she just can't get that one to go in. Rebounded by Claire Erickson. Ava Larson with it now on the far side. Starts backing down, loses it, draws the foul. We'll get that one. They're going to get that one on Megan Ensign, and that's her first. And now since we are in the bonus, Larson will go to the line for 1 and 1. Megan Ensign goes down to Carsey Hattlestead. And that pass out to Maddie Olson, just wide. No good. Turnover for the Burros. Climax Fisher offensively, finding themselves in a groove. And it's nice shooting they have done so far tonight. Tegan Johnson with it, goes back off to Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer on the far side, goes down, passes out to Trinity Erickson. Now inside is Ava Larson. As she was backing down, her shot she'll miss her shot as Trinity Erickson gets the rebound and missed one of her own. Ava Larson can't connect either. As Kennedy Olson having the lane, can't score. And Matea Aaron's on the rebound, she'll score. Hallie Reitmeyer dumps down to Johnson. Looking back up to Larson. As the Knights try to extend their lead here. Cadence Carinta for a long two, no good. Fighting for it, Carsey Hattlestead comes up with the rebound. Now heading the other direction with it is the Burrows. Maddie Olson looking inside to Matea Aarons. Olson, pump fakes, goes inside, mid-range two, in and out of the bowl, no good. Ava Larson now crossing half court, finds Tegan Johnson. Trinity Erickson with it now, spins, and they'll call her on the travel. And we'll see Claire Erickson and come in for Trinity Erickson for the Knights, and Stella Benson checks into the game for the Burrows. She dumps that one off to Kennedy Olson. Benson with it now, finds Maddie Olson. Back Olson to Olson, a long two by Maddie Olson, and almost rebounded by Hallie Reitmeyer, but Megan Ensign gets it, and she can't make the shot, so now heading the other direction with it is Climax Fisher. And Ava Larson will go wide of the rim. 1:09 remaining here on the Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard. The Knights lead the Burrows 21-7. Megan Ensign gets the pass, crossing half court now on the near side. Met by Ava Larson and Hallie Reitmeyer, who comes in for the steal. Reitmeyer with the lane and floats that one in, and she'll score. Cadence Carinta now, or Carsey Hattlestead with it, excuse me. Completely wrong team there. Carsey Hattlestead has that for the Burrows with 41.2 seconds remaining here in the first half. As the Burrows working it around. 33 seconds left to go in the game clock for the first half. Kennedy Olson with it, trying to go out to Maddie Olson, but just too far to the left. They'll go out of bounds. Knights get the ball. Shot clock is now off here in the final 27 seconds, so the Knights can just sit on this. Larson's going to hand off to Hallie Reitmeyer, who's moving up to the top of the key. Pass down to Tegan Johnson. Cadence Carinta with it now, pressured by Kennedy Olson. As Reitmeyer pulls up for a three of her own, and she can't make that. 4 seconds remaining. Stella Benson gets the pass. She gets this one off, and just short. Just shy of the rim. But at the end of the first half, the Climax Fisher Knights lead the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows here on the Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard, 23-7. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll have your Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance halftime show here on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your area Health Mart pharmacy, is bringing you the savings on your cough and cold medications, including Hall's Cough Drops, just $1.99 per package. Chloroseptic Sore Throat Spray is $4.99. Save on Health Mart brand Adult Tussin. You can choose from mucus and chest congestion, cough and chest congestion DM, or multi-symptom cold CF, $3.99 each. Health Mart Daytime Cold and Flu Non-Drowsy Liquid is $5.49, or Nighttime Cold and Flu Liquid, $6.29. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
RDK Enterprises can help with spring preparation this winter. Call them at 701-636-2119 to schedule your meter, planter, and precision planting software repairs and updates. This includes monitoring and control systems, all to help improve your planting, which means improved profits. It pays to plant with precision with RDK Enterprises. Locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota. Visit them online at planterdoc.com or call 701-636-2119.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day, and is done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Back here at Central Valley High School, here in the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance Halftime Show for auto, farm, home, and business. Visit with Ryan Opdahl at Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. For this first half, it has been all Climax Fisher. The Knights have just found a way to really get their offense going. And from the looks of it, you wouldn't think that that this is only their second game in about a week or two. Throughout all the postponements and illnesses that they had, their offense is really finding a way to fire on all cylinders. The Burros, though, struggling to control the boards and stop the Knights from getting those second chance points. Rebounds have just been all in favor for the Knights so far in this game, and the Burros offense, it's pretty obvious it's a new system that they are still trying to work the kinks out here, Keith.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned to you at one of the breaks that it just doesn't matter what kind of offense you run if you don't take care of the ball and make the right pass. Now, what I mean by that is the Burros tend to try and throw the ball over people or through arms instead of just, a simple bounce pass would accommodate, the chore that they need to do. Just poor selection of what kind of pass to throw.
Yeah, the pass selection has been a tough one, and it's almost difficult too to have good passes and really get through transition when you're facing with something akin to a full court press here that the Knights have just been applying. Anytime a pass is made, the Knights have either put a hand on it, they've poked it away, or they've come up with the steal. Two of the Knights players, Hallie Reitmeyer and Ava Larson, have 3 steals so far on the game, and there's 8 total steals for the Knights as a whole. Unofficial stats, by the way. So it's really difficult to contest that when your opponent is coming up with turnovers at such a high level, and the Burros themselves are not doing any favors. They're causing their own turnovers, just missed passes to open players, and they're really going to have to turn this around in the second half if they want to be able to come back. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we will discuss more of the first half, look at some stats, and look at some keys for the second half here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Full Service Foods in Hillsboro provides contract packaging and private label foods for your local and regional retail stores. Full Service Foods is a leader in the upper Midwest for less than truckload quantities for contract manufactured sauces and dressings. They are a privately held company with a reputation for quality and customer service. Full Service Foods is proud to be in Hillsboro and bringing employment opportunities to the area. Find out more at FullServiceFoods.com. Full Service Foods of Hillsboro, proud to support this community event.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank. The Goose River Bank wants to bring banking to you. The days of coming into the bank to do business are changing. With digital banking, you can choose how and when you want to do business with us. We will still be here when you need us, but sometimes it's more useful to bank from the seat of your tractor, the kitchen counter, or even while you're on the go. Let the Goose River Bank become your community bank. We believe that a strong bank builds strong communities, and we would be proud to be your bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Back here at Central Valley High School here on the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance halftime show, looking at some key stats for the game so far in that first half. The Burros only managed to put up 7 points in that first half. Megan Ensign accounting for 5 of those points as she hit the first points for the Burros of the night in the first quarter with a 3-pointer. Then she would follow up in the second quarter with 2 points of her own, and Matea Ahrens herself would also get an easy layup on the inside. Matea Ahrens also has a rebound. Tatum Limke, Kennedy Olson, and Haley Smilden, all 3 of them have a steal in the game so far. And that's really those are really the only key stats for the Burros at this moment in time. Looking at some of the stats for the Climax Fisher Knights, as mentioned, both Hallie Reitmeyer and Ava Larson with 3 steals so far within that first half. Trinity Erickson, though, just leading the way, putting up 13 points for the Knights, playing a huge role for the Knights as she also has a couple rebounds, really doing a good job giving herself those second chance points. Hallie Reitmeyer with 8 points in the game so far, 4 of those coming off of the free throws, as she also has 3 rebounds as well. The Knights, looking at the second half, the Knights just have to continue to play the way they have been playing all game, keep the energy up, and it's something we've seen with the Burros quite a bit this season. Have a strong first half, have a lot of energy, and then kind of teeter off. And the Knights are going to want to avoid that scenario here as well. The Burros need to really get their energy going, find some buckets, find some way to put up some points, get the rebounds that they need, control the boards. That is going to be number one. And Keith, as you've been talking about, just not trying to get rid of the ball as quickly or almost play hot potato with the ball here. Take your time, move in transition, and let something develop.
Yeah, they're against that full court press by the Knights. The Burros don't have anybody in the middle of the court. So the ball is coming up the sideline, which is where the defense wants it to go because they can double team and trap the sideline. I just think they need to get somebody in the middle so they've got an outlet to the middle of the floor. And now you've got all kinds of passing options open to you. Burros also need to figure out how to sink down and put some pressure on Trinity Erickson. She is putting on a show right now with little spin moves. She's just dominating when she gets the ball in there. So if I'm the Knights, I keep feeding her. I keep giving her the ball and let her score.
Trinity Erickson, definitely that key player for the Knights. They look to her. She is one of the 3 seniors on this team for Climax Fisher. So they really look to her for her leadership in the paint. And she's shown why they keep going to her. She is a very physical player, likes to really bump and grind as much as she can to the hoop to get the easy shots. And she doesn't always take easy shots, but she always finds a way to make them here as we as our Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance halftime show comes to an end. We get set for the start of the second half here in the third quarter. The Burros with control here to start. Haley Smeldon and get things going with it for us here with a long 2-pointer, and she'll miss it. Ava Larson now heading the other direction with it for the Knights. Hallie Reitmeyer in transition will miss her first shot, loses the ball for a second there. Tatum Limke coming up with it. And Stella Benson gets called for the travel.
I think the travel was on Limke down in the lane there. She kind of turned on her knees and can't do that.
Most likely. Trinity Erickson backing inside the paint, trying to work some magic here off of a weird angled shot. She won't get it. But Kennedy Olson finds Haley Smeldon in transition, and Smeldon will score. Hallie Reitmeyer now dumping this one off to Ella Paulsrud. Ava Larson with it. Going inside, and her floater just goes in and out of the rim, no good. Now Kennedy Olson in transition, crossing half court, finds Haley Smeldon. Olson with it, goes off to Matea Ahrens. Ahrens making some moves. Stella Benson there on the rebound as Ella Paulsrud gets that one right back. So now Paulsrud crossing half court. Hallie Reitmeyer with it, looking across the way to Ella Paulsrud, and Paulsrud's shot is no good. Ava Larson got the quick pass and going inside, draws a lot of contact, and she'll go to the free throw line as Tatum Limke will get her third personal of the game.
Well, that rebounding possession was a lot like many of them in the first half. There were 5 Knights, 4 of them inside the lane and 1 at the free throw line, excuse me. And they're outnumbering the Burros down there. That's why they get so many offensive rebounds.
And Ava Larson will make her free throw. That is an Agramax free throw. Contact Agramax to see how they can help you reach peak profitability by calling 218-891-2211 or visit their new location in Fertile call their new location in Fertile at 218-945-3536 as the Burros put up a score of their own. Ball poked away as it goes out of bounds. The Burros get the turnover here. So Stella Benson looking for the inbound pass, goes across the way to Megan Enzyme, who's checked into the game. And scrum for the ball. Stella Benson getting a little too excited, diving for the ball, draws a foul, or they'll say Knights get the ball here. Hallie Reitmeyer going inside, she'll lose that one, poked away by Haley Smeldon. Smeldon now in transition. Claire Erickson, the only Knight there, as Claire Erickson goes up but goes too much contact on Kennedy Olson, and that will send Olson to the free throw line.
Very nice 2-on-1 fast break there. That's the way you draw it up. You get the defense to commit to one side, then kick it over to the other side and get yourself a layup.
As Olson will miss her first, she'll miss her second, but Stella Benson there on the rebound. And Matea Ahrens on her own rebound. And just like that, the Knights have to take a timeout here as their offense is slowing down quite a bit. We'll take a timeout as well here on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. The Knights lead the Burros 24-13 with 5:41 left to go in the third quarter.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halsted Living Center, or find more information at halstedlivingcenter.com.
Back here at Central Valley High School, still in the timeout. The Burros currently on a 6-1 run here against the Knights, and Knights just having some difficulty controlling the boards this time, as the Burros are now finding ways to give themselves second chance points as they crash the boards in the back, just like the Knights. Ava Larson with it now, finds Claire Erickson on the near side. Hallie Reitmeyer gets the pick, finds a lane, dumps out to Ella Paulsrud, and Paulsrud's shot is good. Nice look there by Hallie Reitmeyer, as Reitmeyer will get that assist here. Haley Smeldon looking out to Matea Ahrens, who has to go out to make an Ensign for three, and she'll make it. So 26-16 lead here on the Tim Gazette seat sale scoreboard for the Knights. Trinity Erickson will draw the foul off of the hold here.
That was one of the keys that I was talking about. They got double team pressure on Erickson inside. Now they fouled, but at least they're mindful of her.
Claire Erickson trying to go inside to Trinity, and Trinity can't, just out of her reach as she tries to grab it, but she can't catch up in time. Turnover on the Knights. Burrows get the ball right back. Megan Ensign crossing half court, going all the way up to Haley Smeldon. She'll lose control, and Ella Paulsrud comes up with it for the Knights. And just like that, poked away by Matea Ahrens. Coming up with it is Kennedy Olson. And Hallie Reitmeyer will draw a foul. Her third of the game. 2 team fouls for both teams here in this second half. As Kennedy Olson gets the inbound pass. Gets around Ava Larson, going inside to Megan Ensign. Haley Smeldon for a long 2, won't make it. And they'll call that one on Matea Ahrens for her first personal.
Aaron was trying to knock that ball loose from behind and had the arm in the back.
Cadence Corinta comes into the game for Hallie Reitmeyer, so now Ava Larson has the ball for the Knights. Gets a pick from Claire Erickson. Larson pulls up for a long 2, won't make it. Rebound by Ella Paulsrud, and Paulsrud with the spin-away jumper, no good. Scrum for the ball. Haley Smeldon now heading the other direction with it. And that goes in and out of the rim, no good. And now the Knights with it as Ella Paulsrud pulls up for a 3 of her own, and that goes high and wide. And Trinity Erickson with the extra effort gets that out to Ava Larson, and Claire Erickson now pulls up for a 3, and she can't make it. Ava Larson now getting the ball back, driving inside, draws a foul, and she'll go to the free throw line. The Knights, thanks to that timeout, starting to get some momentum back here, as they are now giving themselves a lot more second chance points as Ava Larson makes her free throw, and that's an Agramax free throw. 27-16 lead here with 3:43 left to go in the third quarter. And Ava Larson will make her second. And once again, that was all the free throws brought to you by Agramax. Kennedy Olson receives the inbound pass, dumps out to Stella Benson, cross court. Benson with a lane and draws a lot of contact off of Tegan Johnson. And Stella Benson now will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. It's Tegan Johnson's first personal of the game.
Nice hard drive by Benson to the basket that time. She saw the lane, she saw it open, and she went aggressively. She didn't, go half speed or anything like that. She just put her head down and went.
Benson misses her first free throw. Had the wide open lane, drew a lot of contact as she makes her second free throw. 28-17 point lead here for the Knights. Quick pass out to Ella Paulsrud, who gets the pick from Trinity, pulls up for a mid-range jumper, and she'll make that. Nice pick there by Trinity Erickson as the pass from Kennedy Olson to Megan Ensign goes wide to the right of Ensign, and Ensign can't come up with it, out of bounds. Burrows get the turnover. Ella Paulsrud now. Quick inbound pass to Tegan Johnson. Trinity Erickson trying to go or start backing down for a shot, but Stella Benson causes a jump ball, which will stay in favor of the Knights. And Cadence Carinta with the long two of her own will make that. Megan Ensign now. As Burrows moving ball across court. Kennedy Olson trying to find Haley Smeldon. And almost stolen away by Ella Paulsrud, but the Knights can't keep control of it as that goes out of bounds. Burrows keep possession. Pass inside to Ensign. Olson to Hattlestead, and Hattlestead's shot's no good. Hallie Reitmeyer crossing across half court. Quick pass off to Cadence Carinta and goes off of her hands and out of bounds. Now we'll see Ava Larson check in for Trinity Erickson. So Burrows now about moving in transition. Knights have kind of backed off of that full court press that they were using in the first half. Kennedy Olson passes off to Haley Smeldon. Looking out to Carsey Hattlestead. Back inside to Olson, who will find Benson, who pulls up for two. And Benson can't get the shots. Fight for the rebound. As Ella Paulsrud got all ball on that one. And it forced Haley Smeldon to hold on to it too long, and she gets called for the travel. As Ava Larson with it now for the Knights. Goes up to Ella Paulsrud, trying to get that one out back inside to Ava Larson. Hallie Reitmeyer with the handoff as Ava Larson gets it on the near side. Inside to Ella Paulsrud, and Ella Paulsrud will score thanks to the assist from Ava Larson. 1 minute, 47 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Kennedy Olson with it now, trying to pass off to Megan Ensign. Cadence Carinta comes up with that steal, but she'll lose it. And the Burrows get it right back. Stella Benson backing down on Ava Larson, and she'll float this one in as it goes around the rim for two. Larson passes off to Carinta, who go to Paulsrud, who finds Ava Larson in transition. And Larson will score. Now in transition, the Burrows pass off to Kennedy Olson. As Haley Smeldon trying to find Megan Ensign, but Ensign not able to control that one as the Knights get it back. Hallie Reitmeyer fakes the pass out to Larson and starts backing down herself, going inside the lane, passes out to Ella Paulsrud, and Paulsrud gets the bucket. And just like that, we have a timeout by head coach Haley Lau for the Burrows. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here as well. With 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter on the Tim Gazette Seed Sale scoreboard, the Climax Fisher Knights lead the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows 38-19.
The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the Burrows. The Hillsboro Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro Central Valley students. Go Burrows!
Back here at Central Valley, coming out of the timeout. 38 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. And head coach Haley Lau just trying to stop the bleeding just a little bit here as the Knights have just gone on a roll here, putting up point after point, extending their lead now to 38. There's 38-19 as that's stolen away by Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer with making a move, and she finds the lane, and she'll score. Stolen right away by Ava Larson, and Larson can't connect on that shot. Haley Smeldon with the pass, as her shot is no good. Hallie Reitmeyer with it now. 2 seconds left to go. As Ava Larson can't get the shot off in time, they would wave it off either way. But at the end of 3 quarters, the Climax Fisher Knights lead the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros on the Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard 40-19.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here at Central Valley High School, here as we get set for the start of the fourth quarter. The Knights with the lead, with the 40-19 lead over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. As in that third quarter, Ella Paulsrud really just finding a groove there as she shot 4 of 6 from the field, or 4 of 7 from the field if you want to get technical. She did miss a three-pointer in that third quarter, but the defense for the Knights took them a while, but they managed to really come up with some big stops and give themselves those second chance points. Started controlling the boards yet again, which was what worked for them in that first half, as Megan Ensign can't make her shot. Hallie Reitmeyer now crossing half court, backing down on Kennedy Olson. A lot of contact, and Kennedy Olson gets called for the hold as her first personal of the game. Ella Paulsrud gets the inbound pass, and her shot goes just off of the rim. Trinity Erickson almost getting the rebound there, but goes out of bounds either way. 7:38 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Darcy Halstead and Megan Ensign just passing it back and forth here before Megan Ensign took it in transition. Maddie Olson back out onto the floor for the Burros. She cuts to her left, dumps it out to Desiree Dovenmuller. Ensign finds Smeldon, who gets a lane, and Smeldon's shot is no good. Dovenmuller keeping it alive as Carsey Hattlestead gets the rebound, but that's stolen away by Hallie Reitmeyer, who heads the other direction. Ava Larson goes up for it, and she draws the contact, and so she'll go to the free throw line for 2. Ava Larson will make her first free throw attempt. That is an Agramax free throw. Contact Agramax to see how they can help you reach peak profitability in Fisher by calling 218-891-2211 or call their new location in Fertile at 218-945-3536. And Ava Larson will make her second free throw attempt. So Burrows now with it, heading the other direction, as Megan Ensign coming down to the near side finds Maddie Olson. Goes off to Tatum Limke. Stella Benson now with pressure from Paulsrud. Benson goes up and she'll draw the contact, and this time she goes to the line for the Burros. Both teams trading fouls here, as that's going to be Ella Paulsrud's 4th personal of the game. So we'll most likely see Trinity Erickson come in for her, as Stella Benson can make her first free throw attempt. The Agramax free throw attempt. So Trinity Erickson back out onto the floor for the Knights, as Stella Benson makes her second free throw. Ava Larson now crossing half court, goes down to Elena Sanchez, who has checked into the game for the Knights. Trinity Erickson going inside off of the pass, and her shot's no good. It's a scrum for the ball, and Carsey Hattlestead comes up with it. Megan Ensign crossing half court, looks down to Tatum Limke, who slows things down, trying to wait for somebody to get open. Carsey Hattlestead with it now. Stella Benson gets it, and her shot's no good. A lot of pressure there from Erickson. Has been one fun matchup to watch between Trinity Erickson and Stella Benson. As Ava Larson goes inside the arc, dumps inside to Erickson, and Erickson's shot just goes off the rim, no good. And the Burros get the ball back, 5:55 remaining. Megan Ensign on the far side, looks out to Maddie Olson, who's holding on to it. Pass down to Carsey Hattlestead. Trying to go inside to Stella Benson, and just high. And they'll get Tatum Limke on that foul. And now we are in the bonus for the Knights. 7th team foul for the Burros. And that is going to be Cadence Corinta, who will shoot the free throws here, as we will see Tegan Johnson check into the game. As Cadence Corinta can't make the free throw attempt. Crossing half court. Pass down to Maddie Olson from Megan Ensign. Stella Benson with the look up to Ensign. Hattlestead backing down, gets blocked. Well, I wouldn't call it a block, but had a lot of pressure there. But Stella Benson's shot no good there, no good on that time. And now we have a jump ball, which goes in favor of the Knights. And a lot of Climax Fisher faithful here in attendance tonight. They made the trek here, and they were looking for a travel call on that one, but that was touched by the Knights, so good defensive effort there. Ava Larson trying to look up to Tegan Johnson, who finds Hallie Reitmeyer. Reitmeyer cutting to her left. Trying to go inside to Erickson, and Benson with the effort. And now we have another jump ball, which will go in favor of the Burros.
Erickson just wasn't about to give up that ball. She just grabbed it, couldn't quite get the shot up.
Garcia Halstead pass off to Megan Ensign, who will find Maddie Olson. And Olson was looking for Ensign off of that cut, but Ensign wasn't paying attention to it, so the Knights get the turnover here as Hallie Reitmeyer starts backing down on Tatum Limke. And now we will also see Kaya Parkin check into the game for the Knights. Carsey Hattlestead, last one to touch it for the Burros, so stays in favor of the Knights. Have two Burros tying their shoes, so holding play. Ava Larson receives the inbound pass and the pick from Hallie Reitmeyer. Quick dump out to Kaya Parkin, who shoots for a long two, won't make it. Tegan Johnson pulls up for a two of her own, and she can't find the bottom of the net on that one. 4:07 remaining here in the fourth. Quick inbound pass to Maddie Olson, who gets that one down to Tatum Limke. And Parkin, with the great defensive effort, almost caused a backcourt violation there as Hallie Reitmeyer blocks that pass and comes up with the steal, but now we are forced to a jump ball situation. So the Knights keep possession now. The Burros now adding as much pressure as they can to slow down the Knights. As the Knights will lose that one. The pass out to Mackenzie Olson just goes out of her hands. And so the Burros get that one back. Asensari's checked back into the game for the Burros. And she'll get called for the travel. She was facing some pressure there from Hallie Reitmeyer. As head coach Adriana Rooney is going to take a timeout of her own to slow her team down, maybe come up with a game plan here. We'll take a quick break. With 3:41 remaining here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, the Climax Fisher Knights lead the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 42-21.
On over to Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive, cars, pickups, semis, and more. The guys combine for over 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
Back here at Central Valley, coming out of the timeout. The Knights with it now is Ava Larson trying to cross half court. Megan Ensign with the pressure. Ensign sticking real close to Larson. Mackenzie Olson met with pressure from Stella Benson now. So Ava Larson pulls up for two, and she'll just overshoot that one. As Addison Sari looks inside to Stella Benson, and Benson backing down. Draws the contact from Tegan Johnson, and that will send her to the line. And that is Tegan Johnson's second personal of the game.
Burrow's trying to get the ball to Benson a lot more down low. I think that's one of the changes, at least in the offensive scheme of things for the Burros tonight. I like that change because Benson's not afraid to put the ball on the floor, turn around, and try and muscle her way to the basket.
As Stella Benson will make both of her free throw attempts. 42-23, the Knights lead the Burros. Ali Reitmeyer backing down on Tatum Limke, dumps out to Ava Larson, who pulls up for two, and Larson's shot is good. 3 minutes exactly remaining here in the fourth quarter as Addison Sari with it for the Burros, dumps down to Megan Ensign, who goes inside. Stella Benson finding her own lane yet again and forcing her way for her own rebound, and she'll get the second chance points there. Ava Larson with the overarching pass, quick inside to Mackenzie Olson. Olson just overshoots that off of the backboard. Harkin thought about it too, but dumps out to Reitmeyer, and Reitmeyer will score. Megan Ensign slowing things down for the Burros. As Stella Benson keeps this one alive before it went out of bounds. As Ensign will find Sari, who will pass off to Hattlestead. Ensign thought about a three, or thought about a shot, but Larson was right there on the defense. And that's a foul on Hillsboro. And they're going to give that one. They're going to give that one to Addison Sari. Her second. As Hallie Reitmeyer now will shoot a 1-and-1. As Reitmeyer misses. So now heading the other direction is Hillsboro Central Valley. Megan Ensign with a wide open shot for three, no good. And Burrows just fighting for it, and the Knights get the rebound. So heading the other direction with it is Hallie Reitmeyer. And we have a platoon swap getting ready to be made here for the Burros as Mackenzie Olson pulls up for a long two, and she won't make that. Tatum Limke crossing half court this time. Pass out to Megan Ensign, wide open. Takes a second before Kaya Parkins right on her. As Addison Sari pulls up for a three, and it'll just go wide. Tatum Limke with the rebound. Pass out to Megan Ensign, who shoots for long two, no good. And it'll be a travel call here.
No, there was no travel. That's just a signal for substitution timeout.
Yeah, so substitution timeout, excuse me.
All they wanted to do is switch players and get them in the game, and keep going.
Yep, we see Sadie Gallagher come out onto the floor, and we also see some junior varsity coming out here for HCV. As Elena Sanchez's pass to Claire Erickson poked away and going up with it. Number 10, that was McKenna Dickoff, and she will draw the foul and goes to the free throw line. As she'll make her first one. But she'll miss. Dickoff will miss her second one. Gets her own rebound and pulls up for two. No good. Gaines Carenta with the long pass out to Kaya Parkin from Claire Erickson, but poked out of bounds by McKenna Dickoff. Knights having some difficulty on who's gonna go for the inbound pass. It's going to be picked up by Tessa Johnson, who's crossing half court. Dumps off to Kennedy Olson, and Olson's shot is no good. McKenna Dickoff, her shot once again goes short. 28.1 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter, and as the Climax Fisher Knights trying to holding on here, as that's stolen away by Hillsboro Central Valley, and the Burros will miss that shot. That was Sadie Gallagher who missed that one and got the steal. As a foul on the Burros, so that will send Cadence Carenta to the free throw line. As Cadence Carenta will miss that one. The final 9 seconds are going to run here. Kennedy Olson passed down to McKenna Dickoff, and Olson pulls up for a three, and she'll drain that as the buzzer sounds. Or it was a long two, actually, but still got that one off just in the nick of time. And the final score here on the Tim Gazette Seed Sales scoreboard, the Climax Fisher Knights come away victorious over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros 46-28. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have some comments from head coach Haley Lau and Adriana Rooney, and we'll hear from some players here on yourliveevent.com. Your final, once again, the Knights beat the Burros 46-28.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
H509. If you are already a member, thank you. If you are not a member, we would love to invite you to join Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. We remind you every graduating student who applies will receive at least one scholarship through Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. So we can continue this amazing program, please consider a gift this season to Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars. Visit H509 Hillsboro Dollars for Scholars website or Facebook page for more information.
The Hillsboro Vets Club. It's where Boro sports fans meet after every game. The Hillsboro Vets Club is cheering for the Burros and also very appreciative of the community support of all of their fundraisers, their events, and just stopping in to enjoy the social and great atmosphere at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Good luck, Burros, from all your friends and veterans from the Hillsboro Vets Club. It's where Boro sports fans and us broadcasters meet after every game. This is Jim Berkemeier, owner of R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. Together with Bernie, we're inviting you to join us on a tour of Victoria, Vancouver, and the Canadian Rockies, July 14th through 23rd. On this tour, we'll visit historic Victoria, tour the breathtaking Butchert Gardens, and experience the stunning scenery of the Canadian Rockies via rails train. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword RJ. Learn more about this tour and watch the travel show, or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure. Remember the keyword RJ.
Goose River Heating and Cooling of Hillsboro. Corey Wright is ready for you as a Ruud dealer for the Hillsboro and surrounding communities. If your furnace has lived past its prime, you'll want to talk to Corey today about a new Ruud furnace for your home or new construction. Now, you don't want to be left out in the cold, and that's why Goose River Heating and Cooling is available for you with 24-hour emergency service. Contact Corey Wright today at Goose River Heating and Cooling, 701-430-1990. Serving Hillsboro and the surrounding communities as a Ruud dealer. Here for you, Goose River Heating and Cooling.
Back here at Central Valley as we are wrapping up here. Your final score, the Climax Fisher Knights come away victorious over the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros, 46-28. To take a look at your rundown through the scores, and at the end of the first quarter, the Knights led the Burros 13-3. At the end of the second quarter, the Knights would extend that lead to 23-7. In the third quarter, the Knights would go up 40-19. And then at the end of it all, 46-28 in favor of the Knights. We're going to go ahead and take a timeout here. When we come back, we will hear from Tatum Limke, Carsey Hedelston, and Stella Benson here on YourLiveEvent.com.
With the risks found in agriculture, it's important to have a crop insurance agent that understands your situation. Someone who will review your numbers and consider the different scenarios. Someone who understands farm programs and add-on options. IRE Insurance is here to help. With real-world experience, IRE Insurance will customize a plan to minimize your risk. Find out more at IREinsurance.com.
You're protected and appreciated at IRE.
Back here at Central Valley High School, here with me now is Tatum Limke. And Tatum, obviously not the way you wanted it to go, but I mean, what were some of the big positives you saw from your team? Obviously, this is a new offense that you were really working on tonight.
I'd say we were a lot better at carrying the energy over into the second half. I'd say our second half was a lot better than the first half, and we've kind of struggled with that this year. But I think it's a good thing that we're starting to do that because the second half is just as important, if not more important. And our defense is always improving.
Yeah, and you mentioned your defense improving in that second half, mainly in the third quarter. You really took control and were starting to take control of the boards here. What was working for you in that third quarter, getting those rebounds and just giving yourselves second chance point efforts?
Well, we got a big talk at halftime about boxing out, and I think we were a lot better at boxing out in that third quarter after that half, and crashing and going for that ball and wanting the ball and being aggressive. That's something we always try to work on, and I think that showed a lot in the third quarter.
And in the second half, the offense was really starting to get going. What was said from Coach in halftime that really got you all working together?
Pretty much, this game should be ours. We have to go for it. You have to act like you want the ball. You have to want to score. You have to want to be in. It's a lot of wants, and I think that really motivated us.
And throughout the game, it seemed like they were really throwing a lot of presses at you in transition. I mean, how was that affecting you guys down the stretch when you were having that difficulty?
We struggle with press a little bit. Just communication is a big thing we need to work on. Communicating our passes, especially. We're trapping a lot, and that's something we haven't worked on a lot. We have a lot of younger girls who have never had that kind of pressure before. So we're getting better every day, but it's definitely something we need to work on.
Tatum, before I let you go, any more final thoughts on tonight, where the team can improve from here?
I mean, I'm proud of us. It obviously didn't go the way we wanted, but we're getting better every day, and yeah.
Tatum, thank you for your time.
Yeah, thank you.
And have a great rest of your weekend.
You too.
As Tatum Limke, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have Carsey Hattlestead here with us here on yourliveevent.com.
Coming June 23rd through the 25th at Brainerd International Raceway, the Midwest Premier Country and Rock Festival. Lakes Jam presented by R&J Broadcasting. On the Bud Light main stage, hear John Party, Tesla, Gabby Barrett, Warrant, Kix, Mark Wills, and more. It's more than a music festival with watercross, drifting, poker tourneys, lawnmower racing, and more. For tickets and more information, visit lakesjam.com.
Back here at Central Valley High School. Here with me now is Carsey Hattlestead for Hillsboro Central Valley. And Carsey, as mentioned, is obviously not the way you all wanted it to go tonight, but looking at some of the positives, what did you see out there from your team that really makes you excited looking forward down the line?
We boxed out more this game, and we got a lot of offensive rebounds, but we just got to go up stronger, like go into them and make them fall.
And obviously a new offense coming into and really trying to work the kinks out here. What were you seeing out there from this new offense that you're going to take into the next practice to try and improve more?
I think we need to work on the cutters because right now we have a screen and then cut across, and we're not seeing that right now, so we just got to look up.
And defensively, in the third quarter, it really seemed like you're the team as a whole were able to take control of the boards a little bit more, give yourself second chance points. What was clicking for you in that third quarter that everybody was able to give themselves that second chance?
I think the energy and communication. We talked a lot more, but then we stopped and it went down.
And looking down the line here, where can the team improve in your eyes? What's going to be next in the practice that you're all going to be focused on?
Probably offense and more boxing out.
Carsey, before I let you go here, any more final thoughts on tonight and where your team can go moving forward?
Yeah, we just got to keep pushing and hope for the best.
Carsey, thank you for your time. Have a great rest of your weekend and get some rest.
Thank you.
Carsey Hattlestead for Hillsboro Central Valley. We'll take another break. When we come back, we'll hear from head coach Adriana Rooney for Climax Fisher on their victory tonight here on yourliveevent.com.
The mission of the Fisher Public School is to prepare all learners with the academic, social, and personal skills for lifelong success. With small class sizes, great teachers, staff, and administrators, the Fisher Public School is the perfect choice for your son or daughter to excel. To learn more about the Fisher Public School, including announcements, menus, and activity schedules, visit their website at fisher.k12.mn.us or like them on Facebook. Good luck, Knights and Thunder, from the Fisher Public Schools.
Back here on your live event, here with me now is head coach Adriana Rooney for the Climax Fisher Knights. And coach, to get things going, congrats on the big win, big turnaround from last night. And
yeah.
I mean, what was working for you guys out there on the floor?
You know, we got our teamwork just to happen, and you know, we started celebrating each other's victories, and you know, that was good to see. It just, yeah, getting each other going. It's good.
And you mentioned the teamwork on there. I mean, throughout the game, the teamwork defensively, it seemed like anytime Hillsboro was going for a pass, somebody would put their hands on it, tip it out of the way. I mean, what was really working for the girls out there during those?
They were in position. They had good defensive positioning, and that's what happens when we get good defensive positioning.
And we look at your offense now, and teamwork. You keep referencing that as offensively, everybody was making the right cuts. I mean,
yeah.
How can you take tonight's offensive blow up and really try to transition that down the line here?
Just like, you know, we created shots for ourselves. They created shots for each other, and that was super awesome to see. Staying wide, we just gotta, you know. We're finally figuring it out, and now we just got to stay on the up.
And And before I let you go, I'll just ask you this. I mean, any more final thoughts on tonight's victory, and where can your team grow from here after tonight?
Just take this victory and run with it. The girls did a good job. They worked well together, and it was good.
It's always something you like to see, especially after a long hiatus, isn't it?
Yep, it was definitely good after last night's game, so proud of them.
Yeah.
All right,
Coach,
I'll let
thank
you
you
go.
for your time. Have a great weekend and safe travels back home.
Thank you. You too. All right.
Head coach Adriana Rooney for Climax Fisher. We'll go ahead and take one more break, and when we come back, we'll hear from head coach Haley Lout for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros here on YourLiveEvent.com.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical North Dakota high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the North Dakota High School Activities Association and the North Dakota Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Back here on Your Live Event. Now with me is head coach Haley Lout of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros. And coach, obviously not the way you wanted things to go, but I mean, what were some of the big positives you saw from your team out there tonight?
Yeah, I thought we took some really good shots. Unfortunately, we couldn't get things to fall, but like we said to the girls, sometimes it's like that. But the positive thing is that we're taking the right shots now and being aggressive on offense. So that was a positive. And then we said we had a really good second half. We started out a little weaker in the first half, so we kind of had to we said, like, usually we're good in the first half, but now we've got to bring all 4 quarters together and play. And once we do, we're going to see a lot of good things out of that game.
Yeah, and you mentioned the second half being the stronger point. In that third quarter, really it seemed like things were starting to come together defensively, offensively. What was really clicking for the girls out there in that third quarter?
Yeah, when we went into the locker room, we told them, hey, you've got to fight for it. You've got to want it. We've got to do the fundamental things. That's huge. And they started doing those fundamental things and cleaning it up, boxing out more, wanting the ball. And once they started to make a few more shots, I felt like they fed off of it. So I think that was our key.
Yeah, and I mean, as we talked about in the pregame, and we were kind of mentioning it throughout, this is a new offense you're running. So a lot of kinks that you saw out there. I mean, what's really going to be focused on trying to get this offense perfected moving forward?
Yeah. So for ours, our big thing is, especially when they have that 1-2-2 or 1-3-1, to have those 2 guards up top wide, and we talk about drawing them out more and kind of opening it up so that if we get it in the middle and they collapse, then our outside is open. So we've just got to pass fake too. We say it 100 times, so we're going to get it. But pass fakes are huge, especially in a zone, and movement. We can't just, because it's a zone doesn't mean we just stand in one place. We've got to make something happen, flash the middle, and find those open spots.
Yeah, and throughout this game, we saw a lot of the defense starting to come together, and you're getting the boards and the rebound, starting to control more in that third quarter. Down the line here, what's it going to take to really piece everything together here, or at least get it into a cohesive form moving forward in the season?
Yeah, we just got to keep the girls working, build that chemistry. Chemistry is huge on a team. We can have good players here and there, but if we don't have that chemistry, it's really hard to make good things happen. So we've just got to get the girls playing together constantly and just work that. And once they get used to each other and know how each other play, they'll feed off each other a lot more. We talked about chemistry is huge. You've got to know how the post likes their passes, how they move too. So big thing is just building that chemistry now.
And Coach, before I let you go, I mean, where can you take from tonight, from the positives and the bads, and take to really grow your team moving forward down the stretch?
Big positive is that we fought back towards that second half, so we know we can fight back. And then just what we can take from that too is that let's start out strong so we don't have to fight back. So that's big. And then just little things. They're little, but they're important. So just keep stressing that, and we're gonna keep working. And these girls are they're gonna see success soon. I know it.
Coach, thank you for your time. Safe travels home, and have a great rest of your weekend.
You too. Thank you.
Head coach Haley Lout for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burros with us. We'll go ahead and take a quick break. When we come back, we will have your Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection here on yourliveevent.com.
When you need seed for your farm, contact Rocky Nedham. Nedham Seeds in Caledonia, 701-430-1149. Wheat varieties include LCS Trigger, LCS Rebel, AgriPro, SY Velda. Nedham Seeds also has barley seed and Seedex sugar beet seed, plus Pioneer corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed. Wheat, barley, corn, soybean, sunflower, alfalfa, and sugar beet seed. Nedham Seeds, Caledonia, 701-430-1149.
Back here in Central Valley as we wrap things up, we will go ahead and move on to our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. Discover local reliability you can trust. Halstead Telephone, it's how to connect, or visit their website, halsteadtel.com. And our post-game connection is going to have to go to the Climax Fisher Knights within their third quarter. The chemistry between Ava Larson, Hallie Reitmeyer, and Ella Paulsrud during their stretch, all of them accounted for 3 steals, 4 assists, and 10 points. Excuse me. They really just had that connection going for them throughout, and couldn't ask for better production from those 3 players. When they needed it most, they were kind of on a dry spell, not really putting up points, and the Knights found a way to keep it together. As their Halstead Telephone Company postgame connection. Moving on, we'll go to our RDK Enterprises decision player of the game, and we have to give that one to Hallie Reitmeyer. Hallie Reitmeyer was precise all throughout. She ends the night with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, and 6 steals. You have to be as precise to not draw that many fouls, and be able to cleanly get the ball away from your opponents. And that is as precise as it can be for Hallie Reitmeyer. And after that, we will go ahead and move on to our Enbridge Energy player of the game. Or excuse me, RDK Enterprises. Forgot to read this. Thinking about upgrading your planter, visit RDK Enterprises at their locations in Hillsboro and Drayton, North Dakota to learn about available rebates and financing. RDK Enterprises. You can visit their website at planterdoc.com. Now we'll move on to our Enbridge Energy Line 3 is now complete, and you can learn more about it by visiting enbridge.com/line3.us. And our Enbridge Energy player of the game is gonna have to go to Trinity Erickson. Within that first half, she was really able to bring the energy for the Knights to set them up for success moving forward. She ends the night with 11 points, 2 rebounds, a steal, and a block. Had a bit of a quiet second half, but the energy she brought within that first half really gave the Knights the boost they needed, and that was why she is our Enbridge Energy player of the game.
Climax.